Hello everyone. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Angeline. It is currently June 4th and it is my birthday. Today I turned 22 years old and I wanted to just kind of talk to you guys while I get ready, kind of like we're on a FaceTime call. Kind of talk about how I feel turning 22 because there's a lot of feelings going on in here. I didn't do anything all day today. Basically just watched Survivor with my boyfriend and we went for a walk with Copper. I'm about to go to dinner with my mom and my siblings, and yesterday I went to lunch with my dad and my uncle, and then John took me out for dinner at Butcher's Son, which is like a steak and seafood restaurant. It's very good. It was very good. This really nice lady behind us, she offered us cupcakes because she had extras, and I was like, oh my god, how did you know it was my birthday? She's like, oh my god. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's been like a chill birthday weekend. So the phenomena of growing up and getting older, turning a year older in the first place, is actually insane to me. 22 feels like such a weird age to be at. I just feel like time doesn't make sense anymore. Like when you're in high school, there's chapters, there's different milestones that you're hitting every year. You're freshly in high school, you learn how to drive, you get your license, you go to ring dance, you go to homecoming, maybe you're in sports, you go to prom, you graduate, you turn 18, you picture what your life is gonna be like after graduation, you apply for college. You know, there's so many things to think about. There's so many things to ponder about when you're in high school, and now that I'm 22, there's no chapters in my life anymore. I mean, there is, but like the chapters are different. The milestones are different now. Hold on, because I can barely see the mirror. I need to get closer to the mirror because I have bad eyesight. You know, am I on the right path? Am I choosing to do the right things? You know, did I make the wrong decision in my life thus far? I turned 21, I moved out, I live with my boyfriend. I've been living with him for over a year now. I'm in my longest relationship I've ever been in. I tried to go back to college but dropped out like 3 different times. Literally the last time I went to college was last fall. After taking a year off, I changed my major and I tried again, and then I dropped out the week before the exams because I was just miserable and I hated it. Even when I changed my major to do what I wanted to do, I couldn't immerse myself in the experience because I was so caught up with doing all this work. And when you have so much work to do, I'm just focused on what needs to get done, and I'm not focused on actually learning. I'm just focused on what's the next assignment I have to do, and I just don't like that way of learning. I'd rather learn, be fully immersed and not be rushed in my process, rather than sitting down and being like, you need to get this done. I've dropped out the week before the semester end and I have no shame in that. You can call me a quitter or whatever, but I still passed all my classes even without the exam, so there's that. And by the way, don't make fun of me with how I'm doing my makeup. I don't know how to do makeup, so I'm just f***ing around, okay? You know, I have these questions of where is my life going from here? And all of these things feel right in this moment, but it could all change, and I know it's okay, but there's still so much to ponder. There's still so much to think about, and it's hard to like say I can go through life and not ask these questions. And I was talking to my boyfriend last night at Butcher's Son. The people that I graduated high school with graduated college this past May. At least some of them did. It's a really, really weird feeling. It's not that I feel some sort of FOMO or I feel bad about where my life has gone. I don't feel less of myself because I don't have a degree and I didn't take that traditional, conventional route. It's just like we did a whole high school experience from the last time I graduated high school to my birthday. 2023 was supposed to be the year I graduated college, and it's crazy to see where I'm at right now. Like, I would have never thought that I would have dropped out 3 different times, lived in 2 different apartments, you know, have still been with the same person for almost 3 years. I didn't think my family would go through some traumatic moments, and there was just so much that happened in the last 4 years that it's just so hard for me to comprehend that, wow, a whole high school experience has gone by. I can't help but wonder what would my life have been if I had taken that route. Like I said, these are just thoughts that I have, and maybe I think too much. Maybe I'm pondering too much and whatever, but I think it's good to be aware of these feelings, and I know there has to be someone out there that has felt the same way. And I just ask myself questions like, what if I had taken that route? What if I had gone off to college, lived 4 hours away from my family? What if I hadn't experienced all that grief, all that loss? Where would I be now? Would I feel happier? Would the trauma just have been postponed for a little bit? Would it have been inevitable? What if I never moved out, or I never met John? And what if I was never here? Like, what if I had just been a totally different person? And that's like really weird to think about. There is probably a life out there for me that looks like that, like a version of myself, I guess, in the multiverse or some shit, that lived that version of myself. And how was I? I'm not like wishing it went that way, but I just think about it sometimes. And I feel like these questions are in the forefront of my mind more lately than it was in high school and even in college, and I'm not sure why. It's as if in high school and college I just didn't care. I just wanted to live every day, day by day. I knew these moments were coming and I was gonna just deal with them as they came. It's like, why can't I feel that way again? You know, I just want to learn how to be okay in the moment and just like be present. That's why I've just been so into minimalism and trying to learn how to live more intentional and simple. Time goes by so fast and I want to take in every moment, because right now I'm like, wow, like how was I thinking back then? Why was I so carefree back then, and why can't I feel that way now? I know that I went through so much in the past couple years, which definitely helps in the pondering. It's hard to talk and do makeup at the same time because I can barely see my mirror from here. It's not even far, it's literally right here, but I can barely see. I have to be like this close to the mirror when I do my makeup because I'm blind. It feels like I'm relearning how to live because everything has changed. You know, these past couple months I've been doing a bit better. I mean, I'm back on YouTube, which is something that I have been wanting to do for a while because I want to just have an outlet. It feels like a place where I can be myself and network with people who feel the same way and even help people out. There's just so much that goes into every decision, and it's all on you, and that pressure is really hard. And I feel like this isn't talked about enough. All of us who graduate and are expected to know what we want to go to college for, what we want to do with our lives, it's so unrealistic. I can't say at 18 years old that I'm going to choose something that I'm going to want to do for the rest of my life, because I'm going through a stage of change. And not only that, when you have traumatic events happen in your life during that time, it's also hard to make decisions on where to base your life and go from there. And it's huge pressure on you. But then you're expected to be an adult, you're expected to know who you are, you're expected to come off as somebody who at least knows a little bit of what they're doing. But it's like, you don't. You know, I've never lived on my own. I don't know what I want to do in life. And then when hits the fan, I don't know how I'm gonna react to it because I've never been through this much change before. And that's just something I feel like we need to talk about more. There's so much that 20-year-olds go through right after high school, going into college, and even now after graduation. Like 21 was like the staple year, you know, like, oh my gosh, I can do this, I can do that now. But 22, it's like, what do I do now? Like, I'm 22, what's next? That's when you just have to accept, like, this is the year. Every year is gonna be the year for me, because I don't need a chapter, I don't need a system to tell me what's the big milestone in my life. Any day can be, any time can be, and anything you do can be a big moment in your life. I don't know. I'm just rambling. I've been pondering these questions for a while, but I think this year I'm not actually dwelling on it anymore, and I'm more of just aware that these are the thoughts in my head, and getting them out is really therapeutic to me. This part of my life is uncharted territory, but it's also like anything that I want. Anything that I want to make it, I can do it, and so can you. And that's like a crazy thing to think about. I feel like this is the fastest I've done wings, but this is a very different video, but I love to just sit here and talk because I feel like I can talk for a while. I know that there's so much good coming in my life. There's so much that I have yet to see that's just gonna be so amazing to see. I just need to grow and become the person that deserves it. It's me, but it's not this version of me yet, and I'm learning. I will say, on the flip side of everything, you know, we can always question our lives. We can always question, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing for me? And even if it's not the right thing for me, but I feel like it's good in the moment, that's perfectly fine. What if, what could have been, what should have been, whatever. There's always going to be those questions. You should always be aware of it and then not push it aside, because that's when turmoil comes. That's when you start losing yourself. I'm just so appreciative of the way that my life has turned out. Like, even with all of the craziness that's gone on, it's hard to know if I'm completely healed from that yet, or if I'm in a stage of grief where I'm getting to that point. I don't know. It's all part of the journey. I understand. I'm just gonna embrace it, embrace the parts of life that we can't control. You can always find beauty in it all, and I think that's just something that we should put our focus on. And at the beginning of this year, I didn't know if I would be truly okay. And maybe I'll only be okay right now for a little while, and that's okay. But if I had chosen the other life, I would have never been where I am right now. I feel like I'm on the brink of knowing what it is I want to shoot for the stars for. I don't think I would have been here without any of that. Turning 22 is just surreal. I'm so grateful to still be here every day and to be able to just to have the opportunity to live, to be honest. Who I am right now and where I'm at right now is exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I know that there's these thoughts in my head that are trying to get me to think otherwise. I know that whatever is for me is going to be for me, and whatever's for me is inevitable. If you've been watching this far, you either completely relate or you just think I'm delusional and crazy and just think I'm ungrateful or something, and either way it's totally fine. But I just wanted to be open and honest and get these thoughts out of my head. I know that these thoughts come into all of our heads, and they can be some tricky thoughts. They can definitely be some tricky thoughts. I definitely understand, and everything that you're going through right now is going to really help you grow and help you see new perspectives and appreciate life in a way that you never have before. If you have anything you would like to share, this is a safe space. Comment down below if you'd like. Here's to turning 22. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Let me know if I have a birthday twin, because I have yet to meet anybody who has the same birthday as me, so that'd be really cool. I truly think this year is going to be my year of abundance, freedom, and wealth. I'm really excited and manifesting that for myself. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna paint my toenails and go to dinner. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Oh my god, I need to show you guys. Hold on. This is the makeup. I think I might keep my hair up. I know it looks crazy, but I don't want to put it down. My hair. I just feel like I always have it down. I'm gonna put it up. I'm feeling 22. I had to say it.